Hello, grade 6, and welcome back to Nelson Math, Chapter 1, Section 3, Variables in Expressions. Here are a couple of definitions you're going to have to use. You know that the word vary means just something that might change. So, for example, the temperature every day varies. So it's not the same every day. It could be 12 degrees, it could be 31 degrees. We know that the temperature changes throughout the day. Variable is defined here, a quantity that varies or changes. A variable is often represented by a letter or a symbol. So it's a number that can change. We're also going to discuss again expression. An expression is a mathematical statement made with numbers or variables and symbols. 5 plus 3 minus 7 is an expression. It's showing information that we can represent with numbers. So this expression here is saying start with 5, then add 3, then remove 7. That is an expression. We're going to continue that by combining the two. We're going to have expressions, but with variables inside the expression. Here's our problem today. Isabella and George are placing markers or flags along a cross-country running route. They need to place the first marker 50 meters from the start and place the others every 50 meters to the end of the 2-kilometer route. So just some definitions here. They do not have to place one of these marker flags at the beginning. It's already delineated, it's already labeled with a start symbol there. So we do not have to put it there. So the first marker will be at the 50-meter mark right there. So we can start to do this with a recursive if we so desired. So if we wanted to, we could say the second marker would go at 100 meters. So in this column, I have my marker flag, and in this column, I'm labeling my distance from the start. We could notice using a recursive that marker is going up by 1, 2, 3, going up by ones, and distance from the start is increasing by 50 every time. So 50 plus 50 is 100, 100 plus 50 is 150 meters, and we can continue using a recursive until we get all the way to 2 kilometers, which is 2,000 meters. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters, so 2 kilometers would be 2,000 meters. And this will work. If we continue with that all the way down, we will eventually get to 2,000 meters. But we're going to see if we can do this using expressions and variables. Right here, we notice that our pattern, because it's increasing by 50 every time, we learned in the last lesson that when you are repeatedly adding, that calls for multiplication. So the distance from the start, if we were to make a distance from the start expression, that would be 50 times m, where m is our number of marker flags. And let's see if that works. Marker number 1, that's 1 marker flag. So our m is 1. 50 times 1 is 50. That works. Let's try for 2 marker flags. Where would the second marker flag go? 50 times 2 is 100. That works as well. Let's try the third one. 3 marker flags. So m equals 3. 50 times 3 is 150. That works. Let's use our expression now for 4 marker flags. So 50 times 4 is 200. That's what we think it is, and it also works with our recursive. That works as well. However, we can put any number in here in this question up until we get to 2,000, because we know that's how long the route is. So we're going to skip a few here, and let's say for 10. Where would the 10th marker flag go? So 50 times 10 is 500. The 10th marker flag will be at the 500 meter mark, and that will be the distance. And if you recall from our fact families, that we can take the distance right here, and if we do 50 times m gives us distance, then we also know that distance divided by 50 gives us our number of markers. So once again, I'm going to skip a few, and I'm going to put 2,000 meters right there, because now the question's asking, how many flags are we going to place, or are Isabella and Jorge going to place? We know that they have to go from starting at the 50-meter mark and the 100-meter mark and the 150-meter mark. How many flags are going to have to place? So we can use either one here. We can say 50 times the number of flags that we place equals 2,000. That's one expression we can use. So we can use a guess and check or other systems as well. Or we can use this one. We can say 2,000 divided by 50 will give us our number of markers. So with the calculator, you are able to figure that out. So 2,000 divided by 50 is 40. So to have 40 markers for 2,000 meters, and we can check with both of our expressions. 50 times 40 is 2,000, so it works there. And 2,000 divided by 50 is 40, and that works there. If you are so inclined, you can continually add 50 all the way to 2,000. You can use a recursive, and you'll see that you will have to add it 40 times. But this is a mathematical shortcut using variables and expressions that makes sense, and it's a little bit faster to do it. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.